Couple hours.
Couple hours? It's barely 8.
Yeah, well, I decided to go for a ride, think about some things.
Like what?
Like what comes next. How you feeling? Any morning sickness?
So far, no.
Good.
Hey, what did you mean? What's next?
Like I said, despite Sonny's flaws, he loves his kids more than anything in the world. He would die for them. He would do anything for them. But Morgan died because of Sonny. And I can't have that happen to my family, not my kids, not to you. So, what would you think if we left Port Charles?
So you're thinking about leaving Port Charles?
When we got married, I promised you that I wouldn't take a risk without thinking of us first.
And?
And on my ride this morning, I started thinking maybe staying here in Port Charles is that risk. Look, Sonny worked so hard to protect his family, his kids, and still this happened. I mean, do you think in a million years he would think that going after Julian would get his son killed? It did.
Okay, but you don't work for Sonny anymore. You're not a part of his organization. We're not targets. You're not a target.
Morgan wasn't a target, Sam. Staying here because of my relationship with Sonny, no matter what it is now, no matter what it looks like, it makes me vulnerable.
Okay. But if you go, you leave some of the most important people in your life behind. Are you willing to do that? Aurora. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, it's a little country town about an hour away, right?
Yeah, I've been there a few times.
By accident?
The first time, yes, but then I went back. I thought it was really cool there. And there's this garage by the highway, and I kind of always wondered what the people there were like.
Well, that could be us.
But it's not.
We could try.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Yes. I'm in this if you are.
I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in.
Well,
What? What's wrong?
nothing. I just...
Hey. Is it a baby?
Wow. The baby's kicking.
Oh,
I thought I felt it last night, but I wasn't sure.
you scared me.
Sorry. I feel this.
Oh, yeah. Wow. It's like a little ninja kick.
Yeah, it's a mighty kick from the baby's perspective. I think he or she wants us to pay attention. Like now.
Oh, okay. Well, here. Come here. Hey there, little buddy. We hear you. You have our undivided attention. And we're here. We're never going to leave you.
Sit and relax. I'll just order some takeout.
What's the hurry?
I don't know. I'm suddenly starving. Noodle Buddha or... You love Italian? Italian. That's probably the best thing to do.
I'll tell you what. We can order food after we talk.
You want to talk about what?
Whatever it is you're not telling me. Are you sick?
Not as far as I know. I mean, the first test for malaria came back negative, and fingers crossed on the second one.
Sam. We've always been straight with each other. So let's not stop now. Actually, the only time that we seem to have a problem is when there's a health issue and then one of us decides that the other one is better off not knowing.
Yeah, okay. It's not like that.
Will you please not shut me out? I mean, we both know that both of us are stronger together than we could ever be apart. So come on. Tell me what's going on. Okay, I'll stop. I'm not going to interrogate you.
Okay. Good. Can we just please leave this alone then?
Yeah, we can leave it alone.
Okay.
Could you at least admit that there's something you're not telling me? That for whatever reason, there's something that you're keeping from me? Can you give me that much? Because I feel like I'm going paranoid here.
Okay. Listen, I know it's not fair. I just need a little bit of time. Okay? Just need to do this my way. Trust me, please.
Look, I know you're afraid because I can feel it. Avoiding all this isn't going to make the fear go away. The only way to deal with it is to face it. So will you please? Will you just tell me? Okay, Sam, I don't know how to respond unless you tell me what's going on.
Jason, I'm pregnant.
We're going to have a baby?
That's why I kept fainting. Dr. Finn took my blood work and it came back that I was pregnant.
Hey, why are you so afraid?
Because I didn't think this was possible, Jason. After Danny, my OB, told me that the chances of me getting pregnant without fertility treatments was practically zero, so I didn't even think about it. I didn't plan this.
Well,
I haven't modified my behavior. I've been drinking
you had
and being
few
reckless.
beers. A few beers. It's not
Jason.
a big... Hey, okay, it's not ideal, but it's nothing to be afraid of. Hey, we're going to have a baby. Now, what do you think? You want a little boy, a little girl? What do you like?
I was exposed to malaria. A baby could have it too. If I have malaria, the baby is at risk for a lot of things. Anemia, low birth weight, and still.
Okay, first things first. You need to stop reading pamphlets. Okay, all right? When are we going to know?
My first test came back negative. I'm just waiting on the second one. That should be soon.
Okay. Then we wait, and when we hear, we will plan accordingly.
I know that look. I know that look on your face. I've been staring at it ever since Dr. Finn told me that the baby was at risk. You're scared, Jason. You're scared. I can tell.
Listen to me. Yeah. Any man with any sense would be afraid. Especially since there's nothing I can do. Except to make sure you know that I love you. And I'm going to be here. We're going to deal with it together.
Okay.
Is that a deal?
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
I panicked. I was keeping quiet about this because I was protecting you, or I thought I was protecting you. And I made the same mistake when I realized that I was pregnant with Danny, and it almost destroyed us. And I just can't help but think of how different our lives would be, how everything would have changed.
Not this time. We're not going to make the same mistakes we made before. You see this hand? Next time you feel a panic coming on, you grab this hand. And I promise you, I'll be right there. And I'm not going to let you go.
Now I'm just mad at myself.
For what?
Because I spent the last 12 hours worrying so bad. I don't know if I threw up from fear or because I was actually experiencing morning sickness.
Ew. You threw up?
Yes, I did. I was actually at the Quartermaines. I was in the middle of talking to Elizabeth, and I just bolted right for the bathroom.
So that's what you two were talking about.
Yeah. And she told me that I should be honest with you. And she was right. I'm still really worried. I'm scared. I know I'm not alone. I don't know why it is so hard for me to trust that.
Well, maybe because we lost each other for a while. And some part of you thinks that could happen again. And you're more important. Danny and Jake are more important. This baby is more important.
But this baby may not live to be born.
This baby is here now. Because we love each other. If you let me make those promises to you again, I will do a better job of keeping them.
What do you mean again? Jason.
I want you to be my wife. Will you please marry me? Marry me?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Yes. We are getting married again?
We are. I think I just said yes.
Did you really think that I wouldn't? Get up here.
You're the one who said you wanted to get a divorce because you wanted to start over.
I lied, Jason. I never wanted to get a divorce. I never wanted to leave our past in the past. Not only because of Danny, but because of everything that we've been through. And I thought that I had to give that all up because you couldn't remember. And when you finally got your memory back, well, it was too late.
Why was it too late?
Because the divorce was already final and I couldn't come knocking on your door saying, hey, I changed my mind.
Well, why not? I don't understand.
I don't know. Maybe a part of me was afraid that you wouldn't want to get married again.
Do you know how absolutely crazy that sounds? I love you. And I will marry you as many times as it takes for you to get that.
Of course, I would marry you, and I would never, ever, ever take it back.
Well, that's good to hear. Because I've got my entire life riding on it.
Can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
Did you only ask me to marry you because I'm pregnant?
Not only, but partly. I knew when I signed those divorce papers that I was going to ask you to marry me again. It was just a matter of when. And telling me you're pregnant, this seems like a pretty good win. And look, I know that you're worried about complications, but what if everything's okay? How great would life be then, huh? And that's why I want to marry you. Because every bit of good life has to offer, I want to spend it with you. And when the bad times come, and they come for everybody.
Yeah, they do.
I want to face it together. Okay?
Okay. Is my baby gonna be okay? We're okay? The baby doesn't have malaria?
You sure? You sure?
Are you sure? I don't have to come in for any other testing or anything. You sure? Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God. The baby's gonna be okay. We're gonna have a baby.
We're gonna have another baby.
It's a miracle. Do you know that this is a miracle?
Hey,
What?
can you do me a favor?
Anything?
Promise me something?
Yes. What?
Stop protecting me.
I'm so... You want me to promise not to protect you?
I sure do. Because I want you to promise to tell me when something's wrong. And I promise to do the same. Even if I'm afraid that it might hurt you, I promise that I love you enough that I will always tell you the truth. And I know we screwed up so badly, when we were pregnant with Danny, and we can't ever do that again.
No.
We've got to do it right this time.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. We will do it right. That I promise.
You're right.